All right. Good afternoon. We're back. We're back with a little bit of Rust programming. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Last we were able to get a bearer token from Twitch. Problem is we're missing authorization. Subscription missing proper authorization. We need to be able to access the proper scope. So we're gonna have to look how to do that. That's gonna be it's gonna be something. Because I have been reading on this a little bit, but most of the options I see on the site requires the user to actually go to a site. But since we're just a server, we're just a dumb terminal, I have no idea how we're gonna do that. Well, I think I'm just gonna make the... Hang on, let's first see. Because if I understand correctly, first thing we need to do is authorize ourselves, which we did, like we logged in. Authenticate ourselves, not authorize. And after that we can send a second authorization request, question mark. Okay, let's just go from the start here. Let's see what Twitch says. Require access token to access resource, depending on resource actually in years. Yeah, okay. The API's reference content identifies the type of access token that you'll need. The difference between two types of tokens is that the user access token lets you access user-sensitive data with their permissions. And an app access token lets you access their non-sensitive data only and doesn't require the user permission. Let me double check, but I believe we are already... I'm going to do this off screen because I don't know what Twitch is gonna pop up all. My console. I believe we're already using an app access token. Yeah, we are. Okay, that's good. That's what we wanted. If the APIs you can require an OAuth app or user access token, use one of the following flows to get the token. Implicit grant flows, Use this if your app doesn't early stream. What the fuck? Yeah, I know. I have to. I have D&D this evening, so I got ahead of at around 5 at the latest. So yeah, I do have to. I actually woke up early just so I could stream. How you doing, Zara? How's your weekend so far? Implicit Grandflow. I think right now we're using client credential Grandflow. What a nerd. I know, right? Can you imagine it? Programming on your day off? Couldn't be me. Never be me. Flow is meant for apps that only need use the flow if your app uses a server can securely store client messages and can make server to server. I mean, we're kind of acting like a server, so it might be we need to use the client credentials Grandflow. Yeah, that's the only one with app Xstock. So you woke up but had to go to a drive to deliver some fruit to your aunt. Look at you being a good nephew. Came back, gotta tidy the house. Oh man, a good nephew and a good son. Imagine what a catch. The client credential against flow is meant only for server API requests that use app access token. Get an access token, send this. Alright, so we got that. We got our access token. We're using it in the bearer header. But wait, that's the client credential Grandflow. After that, it goes on to ladies, please, one at a time. Yes, server can securely. Scopes, okay. Maybe there's something more in scope. Each API your app calls and event subscription your application subscribes to specifies the type of token it requires. For example, some APIs require user access token and others require another one. For APIs that you require this, the API reference content identifies the scope, okay. When you send a HTTP GET request to OAuth/authorize. Okay, back to tidy. Good luck, Sarah. You can do it. Wait, is this what we're calling? No, we're calling token. I'm not calling authorize. Hang on, wait. Where's the other page I was just looking at? Yeah, this one. We were on about client credentials. This doesn't use the /authorize endpoint. Switch access scopes using app access token with scopes. Work on a chatbot, yada yada. The documentation is a little misworded as it's kind of complicated. Okay, thank you. Let's read your original quest. I'm working on a chatbot. I expect to have a lot of users. I want to move from the IRC and over event sub-architecture. I'm reading Twitch API docs to see the following for requires an app access token or user access token that requires the user right chat scope. If access token is used, then additionally requires user bot scope from chatting users and either channel bot scope from broadcaster moderators. However, I do not understand how I'm meant to add scope to an app access token when using a... Yes, thank you. Okay. You don't. The documentation little misworded is kind of complicated. What you do is generate a user access token with the needed scopes for your bot. Generate a user access token with needed scopes for the channels you want to reach/write to. Store the tokens you want for API call. Generate client credentials/app tokens. Create subscription. Alright. Gotta be honest, I don't really catch all that. So we're just gonna be reading on, I guess. So if I understand correctly, if the user access token for the bot with the scope user bot and chat and channels, I use the user access token for each scope. User access token was the other one, the other authorization, right? User access token. Yeah, that's what's used for all the other ones. What do I use? The app access token event sub over webhook or conduits. The chat send API also supports using the so okay. Hang on. So if I understand correctly, we have to do two things. I'm gonna write this down, otherwise I will forget. We have the app access token that's used to let Switch know how we want to communicate. Communicate what socket ID we're using. Then we have the user access token used to authorize our app with the end user. And the end user in this case is me. So let's go back over here. This flows meant that don't use the services client side to get the user access token using implicit transfer. Navigate the user to ID Twitch OAuth authorize. Okay, so theoretically, I'm just gonna copy this one. We're gonna put it over here. And we're just gonna fill it in. So we start out with this, /authorize. Actually, let me just use a quarter of the screen so we can use a quarter for this. And then we have the client ID. That's whatever we have over here. Twitch client ID, it's this thing. So let's paste that over there. Then let's see, force verify. No, not required. It's a boolean. Set the truth to force the user to re-authorize your app access token to the resources. Nah, we don't need that. We don't need to re-authorize every time. Okay. There's a we have a redirect Yuri. It's just localhost for us. Okay, I'm really hoping it's not actually sending anything to that. It's localhost, right? Let me just double check this. Okay, it's HTTP. Yeah, it's just localhost. Should be good enough, I hope. We have the response type. That's going to be token. And we have the scope. And the scope will be for us reading chat messages. Reading and sending chat messages. Let's have a look at what that... Hang on, I didn't want to move that. Over here. Reference. Actually, let me make this a bit bigger because this is unreadable. The sidebar is kind of annoying if you have this on like half. Right, we're just gonna make full screen. Twitch API. Something with messages. Send chat message. There we go. When sending chat message, share chat. Behavior differ depending on the offer. Okay, yeah, okay. We're not gonna worry about that for now. Requires an app access token on user access that includes the user right chat scope. If an app access token is used, it actually requires the user bot scope from chatting user and either channel bot from broadcast or mother access. Okay. So what we want is user bot and user right chat. And then lastly, what if we want to read chat? I'm just gonna assume that's already included in the user right chat. Then we do need to URL encode this stuff. So we're gonna paste it in here, encode, copy this. And we're just gonna be pasting it over here. Okay, and then theoretically we should be opening this and getting something. You're about to leave Twitch. Twitch have no it's it's actually literally sending me through to to the local host. That's annoying, because that means I will have to actually host a server on localhost to get this. Okay, how do we get a... Can we get a user access token in another way? User access token. Let me get back to half screen. Twitch uses OAuth to put our access tokens. If you're already familiar with that, yeah. Twitch API uses two types of access tokens, user access and app access. The reference context for each API identifies the type of access tokens you must have to access this resource. Important to treat access token resources and client secret like a password and safeguard them. Yeah, sure. User access tokens. The API that requires the user's permission to access resources use user access token. Twitch uses scope to identify the resources or the fields within a resource that your app needs permission to access. For example, you don't need permission to get a user's user resource, but you do need their permission to include the email. Fair enough. Following example shows the dialog. Yes. APIs that don't require the user permission use an app access token. Okay, that's not really... We do need permission. Don't require user to access resource, but if your app also calls an API that requires user access token, you should just get a user access token, because in most cases you can use the user access token to call the API that accepts access tokens. The exception if you call the event sub API, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be using event sub. So I do need to have both. If you call and use webhooks, you must get the app access token because, yeah, okay, but we're calling webhooks. No, we're not calling webhooks, we're using the WebSocket. To get an app access token, use the credential grant flow, for example. Client's credential is meant for server API request, user access. Okay, passing the access to the API. That's what we're doing. Gotta be honest, this is still just really confusing. Why do I need to host something to get the token? That's really annoying. Right, the DCF flow for... next for... okay, the code is designed for applications which do not use server and are located on a standalone device. Device allows for public and confidential client types. Can refresh an access token without passing a client secret. Are only limited to use of device authorization grant to obtain OAuth tokens and can't use any of the other flows like clients. Okay. Yeah, this is not what we're looking for. What is this? Twitch supports getting OAuth using OpenID Connect. Yeah, we're not using OpenID Connect. Still confused. Still don't really get it. Twitch get access to... Sorry, Twitch API get access to scopes. Scopes using... wait, what's ours called again? What we're currently using? Using client credential grant flow. Where was it typing? I think in this one? Yeah. Server does not directly support scopes. Use scope with Twitch API. You need the user access. Twitch using WebSockets and getting access to scopes? I have moderator. I can get a valid bearer token with scope via the CLI using Twitch token. Moderator resist will work fine for all encoded. I really need to like catch the response. Alright, somebody else did this already. Let's see. Prepare the Twitch, register application, fill the form, adding the URL that. To redirect OAuth redirect URLs, you can choose a chatbot from the category, yada yada yada. Okay, let's see what these are trying to do. I suspect they're just hosting something on their 3000 port on their local host just to get a message, I guess. Let's see, open connection, pass OAuth, nick your bot name. Wait, hang on, let me read this a bit better. This is where I start interacting with Twitch in IRC. Yeah, but this is using IRC. I don't want to use IRC. Because I want to do more than just chat. Minus IRC. Clarification on outflow for subscribing. Okay, I'm writing a chatbot to use EventSub over WebSockets. You have 2 accounts. What you've done is... Alright, you get... authorize. A successful returns a user token. And discard this token, then request client credentials token for the bot account to utilize the two-legged approach of barriers. Alright. Let me see what Barry describes. You're creating allow you to get permission. Which means okay. You create an application and client ID. You create a website to handle the OAuth flow step. Then you add Ninja to current access. Yeah, it does sound like we actually have to host something at port 3000 or something. Which is kind of annoying. I was hoping not to do that. Oh, no, I don't want to tweet something. You have an app with bits default. If I try to subscribe channel with Jeff for hooks, you're getting this. Any idea how to do this? App access token does not represent the user. App access token basically your Twitch cannot have scopes. First you create a user token for the broadcast ID you want to subscribe with relevant scopes. Then use your app access token with no scopes to subscribe to the topic. EventSub, how does it work? Authentication. Well, you make subscription requests to the EventSub. The Twitch looks at the app access token that checks the background. Checks in the background if the request broadcaster has connected to your application at any point with the relevant scope and not revoked this connection. Okay, allow once. What do you say? The Twitch channel points hackathon. Okay, don't care. Then, okay, to utilize EventSub, you need to create a portal that allows broadcasters to grant access to your application using their account with relevant scope using regular user authentication. Then, on authentication, you check/create EventSub subscriptions as needed using your app access token. You could also store and use the returned user access token for use on Ketchup. And you need to verify that you need a server that can receive HTTP posts from Twitch for verification of the, yeah, okay. Yeah, here, this is probably what we need to get working. This is gonna be annoying. Okay, so just checking our code right now. We have this. This creates our client connection. Condition to where's the map.conditions? Where's this map? Yeah, we have client ID, client secret, and grant type. Then user can just remove that. We get a response from Twitch. Chat channel mesh insert type. Yeah, okay. This is us receiving the access token. Then we probably do have to set up the other server. Okay. I think we just need to. I think it's just gonna be TOS, right? Already an async one. Okay, Tokyo TOS. Client. Tokyo TOS. Tokyo base TOS. No. I just want TOS listener. That's the proper term. TOS listener. TOS listener. Tokyo TOS. Okay, let's just go to the Tokyo Rust site. And in there, get started. If I am absolutely correct, which I might not be, there should be a little example of how we create a TOS listener. Actually, I can just try it myself. Alright, we're gonna make a new. We don't really care about this one. What? Actually, let's go back to Tokyo. Not streams, not signals. What's in Tokyo? Let's have a look. Runtime OS. Okay, there's quite a bit in there. Let's see. What do you import already? Oh, we have STD NetTCP listener. We can just use that, I guess. Net listener is TCP listener. Oh. No. Hold on. TCP listener. Let me just quickly. TCP listener. We have a listener. We have to bind it to something, accept connection, and process them serially. Okay, so we go bind 127.0.0.1. We're just gonna have port 3K, I guess. Actually, what we might do is just create it over here. Yeah, request is just for sending stuff out. And we go listener dot. We have bound it. Accept connection and process them serially. What I'm afraid of, yeah, Okay, let's have it, because we need to do this async. Tokyo TCP listener. TCP listener in Tokyo Net. A TCP socket for listening to connection. You can accept new connection by using the accept method. We can turn it into a string. We don't really need that, I guess. Yeah, we're just gonna make a new, we go Tokyo Net TCP listener. So we bind it over there. Yeah, I'm gonna try the loop. I'm afraid it's just gonna get stuck on this loop. It's not gonna do anything because it's not getting the response, I guess. Sorry, that I don't know why I typed it like that. Socket underscore is listener.accept and await. Oh shit, it's add time already. What is the socket? Right, better question. Why are you complaining about accept? That's not what I wanted. Okay, interesting. I'm kind of confused about how we should do this, because I think we should be having this on like a separate thread, by lack of a better term. We might just fire it off and home. We go async fn handle receive. I don't know what to call this. Handle scope request. Whatever, we'll just call it this for now. Over here, we're gonna go. We're gonna make the let's listener. That's the Tokyo Net TCP listener bind. And then we go 127.0.0.1. Actually, we're just gonna no. Yeah, no. Sorry, 127.0.0.1 port 3000, and we wait for a response. Yeah, that's correct. Sorry, I'm being a little bit distracted here. That's fine. And then we go loop differently. Then we should be able to get a socket. It's listener dot accept dot await question mark. This allowed? Can only be used in an async function that what? That does what? That returns a function. Yeah, okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. That's fine. I see we might as well do it now. Just gonna be result. What result are you? I'm just gonna assume this is the STD result. Takes two generic arguments. Right. stdio result. Still takes two arguments? Am I missing something? Do. Takes two generic arguments. Gosh darn it. Do you need like a STD error? STD error? No, that's not correct. That's not right. That's not right. A load of me sending stuff. You go like cert error. Is it just a normal error? Yes. I think it might be this one. No, it's not. Takes one generic argument, but two... What? Hang on, that's the opposite of what I was expecting. Oh, I didn't mean to pause my code there. Okay, it's a bit too funky. There we go. Expected one generic argument. But you were complaining, okay. Alright, and now you stop complaining. Sure, man, whatever. That's fine. What do we have on socket? Socket dot text. Read to end, take, type ID, try read. Let me just have a look at TCP listener. New clients with address. Okay. Oh, this only makes me open a new... Oh, this opens a new client. That's right, that's right. So we're gonna make another function. Handle scope clients, I guess. You accept a socket. Right? That's... What kind of socket are you? T socket T. Okay. I think we need to define T a bit more, but let's see how much it will complain at first. Oh, it's not. Just not at all. Okay. Interesting. So we go handle scope. I can type scope clients with the socket. Oh, dot await. Then we go over here. And then we need to do something with the socket. Because we get the socket now. There might be responses coming in on the socket. That's fine. We just need to go socket dot... Can't we give you like a better definition of what you're working with? What's listener? Can I get a typing for listener, please? Or socket, better? TCP stream. Alright, so you're gonna be working with a Tokyo net. Sorry, Tokyo has a net, right? Oh, we don't need to declare it there. That's for generics. We're not using a generic. So we go Tokyo net TCP stream. And then we go sockets dot okay, let's have a look at TCP streams. TCP stream Tokyo. What functions do we have? Oh, one moment. Alright, what do we do with the TCP stream? Yeah, we have the TCP stream. Now what we want to do is receive messages. Ready? What does ready do? Wait for any of the requested states. That's an option. Readable. Waits for a socket to become readable. Usually paired with try read. Let's see. So over here, we get the TCP stream. And then we say stream readable await. We're just waiting for the stream to be readable. And after that, we try to get the message. Since we're gonna spawn this in with... are we gonna... yeah, we're gonna spawn this in. So we should be going Tokyo spawn. And it's gonna be handle scope request. Dot await. Yeah, we need to await for it to be like, hey, we can continue. Okay. Okay, so in the socket, it's gonna be stream dot socket. Yeah, no, sorry. We have to start out with doing a loop. Then we wait for the stream to be readable. Excuse me? We're working on TCP stream, right? Am I being an idiot? This is a Tokyo TCP stream. Exactly what we're working with. Still it's complaining. TCP stream connect. It's gonna be TCP stream. It's gonna be connected. And yet, I can't do readable. Let me just readable dot await. Let's see what's actually. Cannot find value stream in this scope. Yeah, because it's called socket, you doofus. Stream. Stream is a way better name anyway. Question mark operator can only be used in async. That returns function. Yeah, we didn't pass any... Oh my god. There we go. We didn't say anything about what kind of result we want. So let's go stdio... Oh, std colon io colon result. So it's either gonna be a function or some kind of error. And we're not gonna really be worrying about what kind of error we're getting. Readable should be a function, right? Yeah, it's gotta be a function call. Go. Did I forget something here? No, I don't think so. I did indeed forget something. I forgot to close the other one. Expected trade, found struct error, not a trade. This is not a trade? What? So if I just go for like normal results. Okay. Okay, I just did what I done like 4 lines below this, and it seems to be working, so that's fine. Yeah, we wait for it to be readable. Let's move the message gonna be a vector for now, 0 to 1024. So that's how much characters we can receive. And then we should go, okay. Try read. And we're gonna put that in the message. MSG. On okay. Where there's gonna be print print line as macro. We're going to be printing whatever in here, and it's going to be MSG. That's a return value as well, right? Oh, you can trunk. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, sorry. MSG truncate N. So we're going to be saving that in N. We're going to break it. Oh, I forgot to do my whole okay thing. Okay. Okay, N. There's 1. Expected enum result stdio errors. Alright, so now you want it. There we go. stdio error. Oh, and now it's still... Oh, we're not returning anything yet. Okay, that's fair. Mismatch type, expected enum result def, and unit type there. Okay, yeah, but we're not done yet. We ain't done yet. We go okay. How about that? Damn, cannot find value Steam. Yeah, because I forgot an R. There we go. Non-exhaustive pattern. Error not covered. Okay, so then we're gonna add the error. We're gonna go R. Honestly, any error. I wanna just go return R e dot into. And now it's gonna be complaining, hey, we're not. Still complaining about this one. I'm a bit confused about what this result is coming from, because I'm assuming it's SDIO, but I don't explicitly see it being included. So do we need to use like the Tokyo... I think it's an FS? No, that's file systems. What do we have? Tokyo IO result? That also takes one generic argument. Two generic. And what if instead of this, we're just gonna go msg.truncate n, sorry, e, and then we're gonna go print line error with that, and we give it msg. No, sorry, just msg. And then in this line, we're just gonna break. Yeah. You don't need your second thingy here. Get out, save it. Mismatch expected use size found error. Okay, so we might just go print the error. Okay, so theoretically, it should be hosting a server at 3K. Whenever it does something there... oh, we're not actually printing the... Okay. That's me being not very smart, because I forgot to print out the error. Or not the error. The result. Result scope is gonna be this. And it's gonna be MSG. Okay, let's see. Are we getting anything? We're actually spawning it, right? Yeah, we are. Error in a message. I see a response. That's not what we want. MSG over here is not what we want. It's not result scope. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna get a few messages in here so we know how far it gets. Opening a listener. Then over here we're gonna go Found request. I'm just gonna update my... Hang on, actually, no. This is not how we should do it. It should be over here. Hang on, we have the message I crafted so lovingly earlier. Okay, so you should go to localhost. I see one problem already. Yo, Justice Flugel? That's a good name, man. How you doing? Good afternoon. Okay, wait. We did open... You're about to leave Twitch. Twitch has no control over the content of security of HTTP localhost. No, Twitch don't. Let's see, are we getting any response? It's just a German name. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about the drink Flugel. It's probably on me. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I think we need to encode the localhost :3k. Freddy just had pizza at like 2:30 a.m. 2:30 p.m. That's based. Was a good pizza. URL encode online. Let me just bunk. Paste it over here. Copy this whole stupid thing again. Paste it over here. Twitch. Yeah, Twitch still doesn't know. It doesn't seem... Wait, hang on. I didn't add a port number to my app. To my app authorization token. Let me add that for real quickly. Verify. Save. Leftovers from yesterday, nice. Leftover pizza is pretty damn good. What's up? I am trying to get access to the scopes of Twitch. Oh, there we go. We got a message. It's not gonna work otherwise, but at least we got something. Yeah, I'm trying to get permission to read my own chat on Twitch, and I'm suffering, man. How are you doing, Silent? Have you done Twitch OAuth stuff before? I have not. I've also... Yeah, I mean, I saw the message. I didn't read it because I was streaming. But no, I haven't... I've done some OAuth stuff. But I have no experience with Rust. I have hardly any experience with the Twitch API. Yeah. Yeah, I've suffered. I've been working on this. It's 3 streams. Yeah, let's say about 10 hours now. And I got to the point where Twitch is telling me, hey, you don't have access to this. So that's a good starting point. Now I managed to get subscription missing proper authorization. So yeah, that's I've been suffering. You've done a lot of Twitch stuff and a lot of Rust stuff, but not Twitch Rust stuff. Well, I have done neither. So yeah, please don't judge my code so harshly. I'm really still learning. I am probably gonna rewrite this whole thing once I get it working because it's atrocious. Like right now, it's just one big main file. It's all in one main file with like 300 lines. Horrible. Figma Days Gaming are coming to an end thanks to her. Damn. So you guys, you're good, Silent. Okay, yeah, like one of the troubles I'm having is that it's not actually spawning to different things. It spawns to one, and I think because of the await, it's just gonna stop here until it... Yeah, there we go. It just stops until Twitch closes my WebSocket, and only then will it allow my TCP listener on port 3000 to do anything. Okay, I should be able to get this. Let's see, we're doing this. Want me to give you some tips? See some word stuff? games are smoking hard 30 or old. You can do both, Science. I mean, if you have any tips, like any obvious mistakes, please do tell me. I don't think this is an into, right? If I'm correct, though, we can kind of, let's see, Rust is vector string. I think there's a vector string, vector UTF-8, that's the one. I think. Let bytes, this is a byte string to vec. Let's string from UTF-8. Okay. Am I using Clippy? What's Clippy? I mean, the answer is no. Probably. Collection to catch common mistake and improve your Rust code. Ooh, damn. You should probably be using... Okay, I will add that to the list of things I need to do. Oh, hold on. I put it here. Oh. Just let me... Hang on. Like, for now, it should be installed by default. Oh, it might be there then. Because I went for a really default setup. Need to enable it in my... Ooh, hang on. It should be in... NeoVim files. There we go. So there's NeoVim files. Yeah, my NeoVim is also just a really... Oh, it's not here. Really basic setup. I only just started using it, so I don't want to get stuck in the eternal working on NeoVim and not doing anything else part. Where did I put it again? It's not in here, it's not in here. I think it's in just my init. Usually Rust analyze config, config command check, Clippy, okay. Search NeoVim files, Clippy? No. Should just be in like the custom init.lua, I think. Let me just have a little look for Clippy. Rust dot backslash dot. Yeah, what do we have in Rust here? So there's Rust. Rust analyzers. Usually Rust analyze config. Yeah, it should be something in here. Oh wait, this is Lua. Wait, where did I... Rust and... Oh, it's just... Config check command Clippy. Alright, let me just have a little check on how I should do that. Config check command nvim. Oh my lord, I set this up a few weeks ago and I haven't really looked into it, so I kind of forgot how it all worked. I think it should be somewhere in Rust analyzers. Usually Rust analyze config. Okay, but if I'm correct, might just check commands Clippy. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Wait, I think it should be config. Yeah. So we use config. Check. There's no check in there. Command. No, that's the wrong command. I don't have a... I'll just try it out. We're just gonna go command is a Clippy. Right, we're just gonna do it like this. We're gonna write it. Gonna quit everything. Yeah, I would like to save my changes to main. It doesn't give me an error, so that's a good start. Search files. I want to get my main. Let's see. I don't see anything concerning Clippy being loaded in. Am I using LSP config? I think I am. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. There we go. My init.lua, please. LSP conf. Yeah, nvim LSP config is the one that I'm using. Let's see, we have a LSP attached for. Yeah, it's just the default one. I don't think we're express. Try adding Warren Clippy Nursery at the top of the main file. Alright, we can do that. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Let me just copy that. Add a line over here, paste it. Save it. I don't see any explicit changes. But I probably need to run it before I do that or not. Not using Clipper, so cargo check. Oh, instead of cargo check, it should be Clippy. Okay. Go back to the init. What if we just go, if we look for check here. That checks current status. A quick look about to actually set up an nvim. I can probably do it myself as well. We can just go. Oh, nvim. Nvim set up Clippy Rust. LSP config Google. LSP config Rust analyzer. Okay. Rust anal. Settings, Rust Analyzer, check. Check. Check command, commands Clippy. Oh, I don't know if we actually need it. I'm just gonna add a comma over there. I missed the check, yeah, apparently I did. Hang on. Let me just close nvim, open it up again. You even typed that? Oh yeah, I'm an absolute idiot. Nothing new there. Let's go back to the main. Come on, give me Clippy. I don't think I saw it. Might be missing it. Am I missing it? Hang on, let me just restart it. I think you have lints for now. The snake case was there before, yeah. Crash graph, cargo check, indexing. I saw cargo check. That was the wrong one, right? I mean, this example, they do use this. So, this works. Settings. Okay, let me just go back to search neovim files. We want to get to the init. Rust underscore anal. There it is. So we have Rust Analyzer. I don't have settings, I think. Oh, I added it to the servers. Maybe I need to add it somewhere else. Yeah, it's not the settings. I think, like just looking at how Lua is set up here, it's got settings and after that it's got stuff. I think that might be it. You just see where this used, because it's a local, and that local, where are you used? I'm missing something? You have a great idea, just paste. That might actually work. You just yank some files there. Get GPT. Let's see. I don't want to log in. Go away. I want to use Clippy in my nvim config. Can you add it so that it works? Oh. Stop. There we go. Joink. Thank you for sharing my config. Since you're using Rust Analyzer, the easiest way is to integrate Clippy to configure that step by step. Enable Clippy in NeoVim. Ah, wait, where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, let's see, because I think we did this, right? Let me just go back to where we were. I mean, I'm just kind of assuming this servers get used somewhere else. Yeah, function server name, local server name, or that. This handles overriding over the yada. Okay, so I'm. Oh, I am using Mason LSP config. Perfect, since you're using that, manage the installation of LSP. Yeah, that's correct. That's really fucking convenient. Using Lua, the full setup with Clippy. In your LSP config file, configure your Rust Analyzer like this. Okay, I probably want to do that in here. Because this is being loaded in after everything else. I want this in my... Oh, okay, why am I typing? Copy. Paste. Little mistake. Make a new line, paste it there, remove the old one. Okay, so we have that one. Yeah, Rust Analyzer is definitely installed. Although I don't make a check. And then over here it says, alright, we're using this. We'll automatically run cargo Clippy in the background when you save and modify a file depending on how LSP is triggered. Make sure Clippy... Let me actually make sure that. Paste, I'm lazy. Okay, it's there. Alright, so... Oh. There we go. Open it again. Save it. Come on, show me something about Clippy. It says Rust. Yeah, there we go. Cargo Clippy. Thank you, ChatGPT. Unnecessary structure. Clippy. Yeah. This loop never actually loops for further information. Yeah. No, it doesn't loop. I am well aware of that. Ah, damn it. Is it actually gonna force me to write good code? I can't just do my janky ass stuff. Okay, that's fair enough. I should be writing good code. Break outside of loop. Yeah, you go away. That's the idea. I know. I'm just complaining. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Going back. We wanna make a string. Okay, because we got the UTF. Yeah, we got a list of bytes. Now we need to make that into a string. So we're just gonna go let string. It's gonna be string from UTF. You don't need to check anything. We don't make mistakes here. MSG. We only make typos. And happy little accents. Call to unsafe function. Damn it. From UTF-8. Yeah, just from UTF-8. Okay, what do you say about this? And then over here we go. Let me enable this tool for finding plans. Fuck my kid. Yeah, mirror it. How's it going? Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I knew my code had problems. I was just gonna ignore them for a while. I do have in my in my big bag of plans restructuring, and actually, yeah, like rather having any structures at all, because I don't have anything. It's just one big file. It doesn't even do async. Like my initial WebSocket needs to be closed by Twitch before I get my authentication stuff. So, you know, we're doing fine here. How are you doing, Myriad? Okay. Let's just... there we go. Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. I need to... I don't need to actually do anything here because we're already making a string up there. Lakeberg Friends has 2 small problems and... I mean, if the massive problem is big enough, it will be a big bag. It's just... There won't be a lot in it, but the bag itself will be quite big. Okay, there we go. So, we didn't answer the keep alive, so Twitch has closed our request. So I'm just gonna go over here and grant access. Look at that. We get a bunch of stuff that's impossible to read over here. So, want to see some very underdocumented Rust codes? Oh, yes! Yes! I very much would like to see that, because I'm curious to see what good Rust code looks like. We don't get it here. Okay, redirect mismatch, error description, parameter, redirect URI does not match registered URI. That's fair enough. I think I didn't add a port number to Twitch. Thinking quickly, they constructs a homemade megaphone using some string, a scroll, and a megaphone. You can't miss a scroll, you know? How your megaphone gonna work if you don't string a scroll to it? It doesn't make sense. No, we're not doing that. Okay, dev.twitch.tv. Yeah, how did you handle this, by the way, Myriad? Are you just running a listener on some local port to receive the scope thingies from Twitch? Think you could squeak by and make it function? I think I can make it barely function. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's going on over here? What is this? Unhindered EC. Prototype of our evolution compilation. Personally, I would just go overkill and use Axum for this. I don't even know what that means. Excellent. Like I said, because this is my first actual like big thing I'm trying to do in Rust. I'm just gonna like kind of freewheel it for a month. After that, I'm gonna throw everything away and try to make it properly, just so I can get some experience with the basic concepts and stuff. Weapon that focus on ergonomics and modularity, high-level features, route requests to handlers, request parse, simple and predictable error handling model, generate. That does sound pretty cool. XMS is like to work with token hyper, runtime transport layer. Does sound pretty cool. Prototype of SE programming Rust. The current implementation focuses on generic algorithms and generic programming, but the design is hopefully flexible to incorporate in all the evolutionary systems. The key goal of the library provides speed of the evolutionary process, especially compared with similar systems implemented in languages like Clojure or Python. The hope is to make research experimentation less hard. Oh, that sounds like a really cool project. Duxknight gives me an iterator which I can loop on and returns the text of the next message from Twitch. Yeah, but you are running like a listener on like some port on your local host. For your OAuth redirect URLs. I was hoping it wasn't necessary, but then I read more about how the scope thingy works. If there's traits, such a genome. Oh man. I'm gonna look at this code and I'm gonna not get any of it. Pretty sure. Hang on, what's in the source folder? Am I? Oh, it's the packages, of course. Packages, yeah. I don't even know. Let's see. The core looks like a good place to stand. Lib, that's declaration of what's in there and available. Which side of the bot is this? The one that gets events for threads? Or are you trying to send some I'm trying to read chat. Hang on, let me just not do two things at the same time. Yeah, I'm trying to it's over here. Yeah, I'm trying to subscribe. I get the OAuth token. I have the bearer and everything like that, and then I want to subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to where's the proper thingy? Method, WebSocket, session ID, condition, broadcast to user ID. Yeah, I'm trying to subscribe to incoming messages. I mean, the problem right now is I don't have access to any scopes. Hang on. I'm sorry, Flugel. I am gonna save this and I'm gonna look into it later because I have limited time. But it does sound really cool. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it goes a bit above my head. I've never looked into something like evolutionary programming, evolution computation tools, but it does sound really cool. So I'm gonna save that and look into that later. Also, if you call this like a stupid little side project, you're so much better than I am. Okay, hang on. Over here, it's complaining stuff doesn't line up. We are trying to pass this URL. I think we need to add like the... I didn't want to go there. I think we need to add like the HTTP before the local host. So HTTP : / then we URL encode that one. There we go. URL encode. You've been writing Rust for a while, I can imagine. Really says the revolutionary computation bikes was like somebody has ambitions. Hey, evolutionary can be revolutionary. You know, depending on your definition. Alright, paste it in there. I don't know why I'm trying to save this file. Okay, so if we go down here. Yeah, it's still listening to that. So, I'm gonna just copy this, paste it over here. Continue. We get a new one. Redirect URI does not match registered URI. Why not? Parameter redirect URI does not match registered URI. It's confusing to me because I'm pretty sure it's identical. Evolutionary computing just got Wikipedia. It's a family algorithm inspired by Darwinian evolution. Yeah, I was expecting it to be something like that. If you're trying to subscribe to an event, not sure why you need... No, I need to get access to the scopes. That's what I'm struggling with. Because what I'm trying... Hang on. Let me just go over here. Whenever I send a request out now, it's giving me subscription missing proper authentication. Whenever I do a call to the... what's it called? Call to the event sub thing. Which makes sense, because I never gave the user access to do anything. You want to request scopes, you need to add them to the request for getting a token. Yeah, but it's not available for which one is it? Sorry, I'm just getting lost in my own code because my code is a mess. Yeah, I'm using it's over here. Yeah, the OAuth token request. That's the one. I was looking at that. They shouldn't be like with the OAuth token request, right? Go away. The one you are opening in the browser to grant access. Yes, yes, yeah. This one. The one to authorize. Yeah, but the thing, I might be absolutely misunderstanding this, but from what I read, I need to catch the request. You gotta request the scopes when you generate the token. Wait, I do? In that case, I'm gonna complain about Twitch API or Twitch API thingies. Hang on, let me just over here. Yup. So I should just go over here. Be like scope. It's just a normal outflow. Well, I don't know shit about OAuth. Not there. No, not right. Okay. So it should be in here. Like, I should just open this in my browser. The authorized one. I don't make an authorized call. Oh, no, I don't. You have a scope there. Yeah, so you can fly multiple tokens at the same time with different scopes to limit the damage if one gets stolen. Wait, who? What the? Yeah, alright, I do get that. But if I'm understanding correctly, hear me out. I need to open this in my browser. This URL here that has the response type token and the scope that I want to use. After that, I should be getting another token back from Twitch and use that in the other request. Why? Right? That's my understanding. All right, so that's going to be sent to the URI that I'm defining over here, the redirect URI. This one, right? That's why so I need to grab that on port 3000. What my problem right now is, because I have a listener over here on port 3K, I'm opening this on my other one. It goes like, hey, you're about to leave Twitch. Twitch has no control over the content or security of this port, this localhost 3K. I have a TCP listener on that port to get the access token. This one. Yeah, I click continue. I mean, this gets connection reset. And over here, look in the browser URL, redirect mismatch. Whoop. Parameter redirect URI does not match registered URI. That's what I'm struggling with right now. Which OAuth flow exactly are you using? I don't know, honestly. Hang on. I was trying to use Push API, no authentication. I was trying to use. Hang on. You need to reach it. Yeah, that's what I did. Hang on. dev.twitch.tv. My console. This application. I'm just gonna take a little screenshot of this. Don't know how secret my client token would be. This is what's in there. Oh. I have a name of redirect URL, which is localhost //localhost 3K. Yeah, and I need the URL encoded, right? Because we're sending it in a GET. So if I'm just taking this, this is everything in the redirect URI. And I'm just gonna go URL decode. Did I click add? No, I don't have to click add because then it expects me to add a second URI, and I don't want to do that. I only want the one. Decode. This goes to HTTP colon. I might be an idiot. There's no might there, definitely. Okay. There's 2 colons and 1 slash instead of the other way around. You can have, yeah, but for now I only need the 1. Okay. Oh, sorry. Paste it. There it is. It's still listening over here, right? No, that's the current one. Creates another. Yeah. I only want one. Okay, let's go over here. What are you saying? Please be good. Please be good. Oop. It gives a. Having trouble parsing this. Localhost 3K user agent. Accept text HTML. Accepts. Okay, that's just a 200, right? That's a 200 response. Yeah, no, it will just complain that you're not giving a proper URL to the second field. But yeah, apparently I did write my localhost as http:// instead of ://. So that's that might explain that. Now my question is, do I need to reauthorize or do I just have authorization right now? So I'm just gonna run it again. And we're gonna see, I need to reauthorize. Do I need to reauthorize every time I open this? Or did it just not add a proper scope? Let's see. Because I am making a request. This is my OAuth. Over here we say type channel chat message. What's the scope of channel chat message? Can I channel.chat.get.message. Gonna be so many messages in there. You get a fresh token with every authentication, and only the newest token has the latest set of scopes. Previous tokens do not get updated with new scopes. Yeah, so every time I make a request for this, yeah, every time I open the app, basically, I'm gonna get a new token, and I need to reauthorize myself. Kind of annoying, honestly. Okay, let's see. Here's the main. Theoretically, I should switch this around. So first we can authorize, and only after that we can just don't await them. No, but I do need to give permission to handle the scopes before I can do anything with it. If I'm understanding correctly. Like, once again, big if. Okay, let me just paste this. So now it goes, yeah. Oh wait, I don't actually stop this loop ever, do I? I don't think I'm stopping this loop. Not here. No, I'm not stopping this loop. Break. And down here we also go break. Why are you using Tokyo Spawn if you're immediately awaiting it? Because I am inexperienced. And I didn't really think on it. Wait, we're using inside. Okay, no. Hang on, we're getting one response. Just await it directly. Yeah, await inside the Tokyo Spawn thing, right? Oh. There we go. Probably should go over here. Yeah, we're already awaiting over here. Opening listener. Hold on. It's immediately stopping because we're never awaiting anything. I think we should be awaiting handling client. Remove spawn entirely. Await the. That's a good point, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not really. I want to be using Tokyo at some point, but that's just not right now yet. Don't really have the need to do it right now, but I think in the long run it's going to be worth learning how to use it, from what I understand of it. Alright, yeah, right now it has the listener. So we should be able to just copy this, open it again. It's getting responses. Oh, but it's in the loop. It doesn't ever break from that loop. Found request. Yeah, actually, we don't need to loop this. We only need one response. And in that case, we also don't need anything over here. Do we need anything over there? Yeah, actually we do. And then we just go over here and we call OK when we're done. There we go. Yeah, just return OK. Okay, so it's running, theoretically. Doesn't give me anything. That's actually good. So let's open this. Subscription missing proper authorization. But let's look at least now it's calling, first it's calling the thingy that should give us access to the scopes. After that it makes the WebSocket connection. Probably want to return the token you got from the request. Yeah. Yeah. Where is the request? Where is the token? That's the next question. Because what I'm using right now, I think it's implicit grant flow. Do you have an example of a response? The user is not asked them to authorize. If the user authorizes, the server needs to send the access token to a redirect URI in the fragment position. Of the URI. Okay, so it's gonna be, let's see, in the URI. Probably want to get. Oh shit, it's ad time. I'm gonna go to the toilet. I'll be right back. Alright, ads are over. I'm back. Life's good. I hope life's good. My colleagues at work have the best ideas how to set up oh no. Windows Server 2025 on x86 hardware. Red flag. With a VIA Norton and a fast installed. That's like 4 red flags. Running RM and Docker containing using hand compiled gent. No, sorry, no, we're not, no. It's no. What? That's unacceptable. Then again, I know how stuff goes at the workplace sometimes. Okay, hang on. So over here, we got something from our stream. We need to get rest stream response get URL. I don't think URL get parameters. My one colleague posted ChatGTP disapproves, then another posted the response just gaslight it. Oh my lord. No, I don't want to read lines. What type is this even? Can I see that? Stream? TCP stream. Wait. As you see, we're a fair fun team. My lord. That sounds horrible. TCP stream. I'm using the Tokyo one, right? Tokyo REST. I mean, from what I understand, the Tokyo one is just a wraparound, the standard one. That's fine. So poll all the polls. We're not using polls yet. Readable. That's basically a boolean. Yeah. We're all just joking. Thank God. Like I've worked at an office where that would be an actual like thing they try. Don't work there anymore, but my lord. Local address. Hang on. Returns local address that the streams. Oh no. No, it's not what I want. Try read. Try read self-mutable A. Tries to read data from the stream into the provided buffer, reading how many bytes are read. Yes. That's not what I want. What I want is to get the URL that's called. It's not local address, peer address? That's the remote one, alright? You need to parse the response body. Yeah, the problem is the response body doesn't parse me with the get parameters. I think. At least not response body I have over here. TCP stream read get parameters. How to pull a get message from TCP stream? Yeah, but that's basically what we're doing. Expected found enum, trying to get a message. No, that's just a message. I want to read the get parameters. Wait, I was looking at peer address. Returns remote address that the stream is connected to. Nope. Maybe it is like local address. Maybe it just adds a lot to that. So we wait till it's readable. Once it's readable, I think we should be able to do this. Print line. So we go stream.local address. Okay, it's running. Then I need to get this one again. Paste it. Yeah, no, that's just localhost 3K. That's the thing I gave up. Over here it says all these things, but there's not, the token I want is not in there. That's a little bit unfortunate. I'm not asking for the right request, right? Because I'm using scope, user, user bot, and user right chat. It's in the body? I'm not reading the body. I don't think I'm reading the body right now. No, I'm just getting the yeah, I'm just getting the response. Woo! How did we get the body again? Print message from Jason. No, this WebSockets. Isn't it to text or something like that? TCP stream. Yeah, yeah. It's not. I was hoping it just. I thought it'd be in the header. Am I misreading this? The user authenticates your application by clicking authorize. The server sends the access token to your redirect URI in the fragment portion of the URI. Yeah, it should be, like, if I'm reading this correctly, it should be in the URI. That I get, like, the Twitch is calling. That is in the HTTP stage line. Yes, that's like the host is here. But I would honestly expect it to also include all the, not only the get parameters, but also like the hash and stuff like that. Working with raw HTTP frames. They're not included in that? You haven't got any. Wait, I haven't got any, or they aren't being sent? I think it's the I don't have it, but I'm not entirely sure. Also not entirely sure on how to get them. Read to from Rust read Rust TCP listener get URL. They weren't sent or you haven't received them. Yeah, okay, so they should be there if I'm resting correctly, right? Okay, let's just... Oh, not that. I'm just gonna call it again. And see what Twitch does tell me. Oh, it's actually... It is there. Like if I'm looking at the URL Twitch redirects me to, there is an access token in the URL. I don't know why you want to work with raw TCP streams. Probably because I don't know the better alternatives. Honestly, just absolutely assume I'm an idiot, because I am absolutely an idiot if we're working, if we're talking about Rust. Rust receive HTTP message, HTTP request. Should I just be using request? Like, I already imported it in a project, so... Working with raw TCP makes it so much harder at this point. Doing anything makes my life harder, so it doesn't really matter. Plain bodies HTTP URL decoded multiple... Yeah. Receiving. Request... Receiving a get request. Request is nice, but that's not the use case right now. You need a server. Yeah, request is only for sending it out, right? Yeah. Rust HTTP server. Let's see what we have. Lightweight, simple HTTP server categories. Yeah. Protective, efficient HTTP client for all. You had XM. You were talking about XM earlier. Honestly, for now, I don't want to overcomplicate things, if possible. You're in love with XM? Also, what you use at work, nice. Yeah, I work in web development, so we're mostly working in Angular, so that's just an entirely different ballpark than this. Let's see, how does this look? Build our application with a route, so we say this. Any get. Post create users, okay. Wait, I'm trying to see Tokyo TCP listener bind that await XM serve listener app await and wrap. We have root create user. How is this bound to anything? I'm missing the part where they're actually binding like users. Oh wait, create user. Hold on, create user. Is there also a root? Yeah, there it is. Okay, the main and the router. Yeah, I didn't notice that like create user was the same function. Where is it? Fn create users. I was actually hovering over it when I was talking about. Okay. You know what? Let's just Tommel. What was the again? XM. It should just be XM. For now, I'm just gonna include the whole damn thing. Go back to main. Okay, so we can just throw away this, I guess. Please don't do it that way. Okay, I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. Is it about all the dependencies? Just go cargo at XM on the command line. Well, what's the difference between the two? Cargo at XM. Oh, it's checking for dependencies, isn't it? It's actually making sure I have the proper dependencies and that kind of stuff. You know, what would be proper and what I should be doing. Actually sets a version not blindly installs the update without then breaking updates. It's usually a bad idea. I was aware it was a bad idea. Like, that didn't stop me, but at least I was aware of it. Okay. I mean, we really want a very easy thing over here. Take any version that's available, yeah. Yeah, like I said, my plan is to just hack this together and see how far I can get with just doing absolute bullshit for like a month. And after that, I'll just throw it all away and try to make it properly. Because I'm just very much in the learning stage and making a lot of mistakes and like you probably have noticed by now, just doing a lot of stupid shit that you shouldn't be doing. Also means your code just breaks if any update is breaking in your dependency tree. I have had that multiple times. It was a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm just gonna shamelessly type this over. Wait, initialize tracking? What? Tracking subscriber FMT. Particular less point. Take full advantage of the Tower and Tower HTTP ecosystem of middleware services and utilities. Particular less points what sets XM apart from other framework. XM doesn't have its own middleware system. Instead uses Tower service. This means Access gets timeout, tracing, compression, authorization more for free. Also enables you to share middleware with... that sounds pretty cool. Oh, it's logging. Nice. Thanks for telling me. Okay, so we can just ignore that. We can... Actually, I should be adding some stuff up here. We can remove Clippy here, I think. Use XM. We want to get routing get for sure, because we're going to be using that. HTTP status code. I would like HTTPS. No, just P. Um, I think JSON extracts response when used as an extractor can deserialize request bodies. We don't need that for now. In the router. We definitely want a router. Okay. Yeah, so we want a new router. And we want to add route. Oh, sorry, route. Whoop. Yeah, we just want a slash because Twitch is not calling. No, Twitch is just calling to slash. That's gonna be get. I'm just gonna call it on root. Just gonna call it on root. Yeah, that it's not there yet because we have created root actually. So over here we're gonna go async fn root. Batch handler responds with a static string. Okay, let's look. If we go like exam get parameters. Query, what's this? Extract query. Extracted that deserializes query strings into some type. Pagination. What if we just want to get full URL? Just have a look at. I just want to log the full URL. Start query. Yeah. Why am I incapable at copying? Nah, whatever. Paste it. Gone bananas batch just judge Flugel. Yeah, this was what I was looking. Can it also get like the hashtag part? Because the access token is like hashtag access token equals and then the access token. And this is just get parameters. What I'm seeing. Structure UI, it includes part of the request line. Scheme, authority, path. Query. Fragment, that's the one I want. Fragment isn't called there. Okay. No, it's a fragment. According to this terminology. Like it's, oh, I got it over here. You look over here, it's like access localhost hashtag access token, and after that the get parameter start. Yeah, I know, right? It's weird as heck. It doesn't feel right, but according to Twitch and according to the localhost page I have. No, it's not. Like looking at the localhost page I have over here. It says hashtag access token. No, it's actually like that. I'm absolutely with you, Justice. 100%. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let me actually... Wait. We need to... Oh, there we go. Use... HTTP... We don't have HTTP. Where's HTTP? Or is HTTP in Exum? Yeah, it's in Exum. Okay, in that case, we can go over here. We're gonna go HTTP ::. URI. You know why? Why? Please do tell, because I'm curious. I don't get it. Probably using the wrong outflow. Oh, wait. Am I? Am I using the implicit? No. Authorize. Scope state. I'm using implicit. Yeah, hold on. No, wait. Not in place, not correct credentials is the one for the bearer token. That's not one. Authorization flows meant for apps to use the server can securely store. Ooh, I think it's this one. Where's your response? User click my authorize server sends the authorization code to your redirect URI. See the code query parameter. Yeah, this is what we want. For a standalone app. Is this the one? Yeah, just the authorization used for a server. Alright, wait, what? There was another one. No, that's device. Yeah, I think it's authorization code grant flow, right? Like it acts like a server, and we can securely store secrets because it's just gonna be on our local machine. Okay. So first step to authorize. Hang on, let me check. Before you were using the platform before, that's why you were using the word. Yeah. Hang on, what's the difference between the two in how I call them? Let me just check the URL again. Oh, whoop. It goes copy. To get authorization in your web browser, navigate used to that. For example, your service's website, you can add. Yeah, okay. Response type is code. That's the difference. Yep. Code. Okay, so this is what we need to call in a bit. We just need to set this up first. Okay, well, hold on. One thing at a time. XM. Root get root app router. Yeah, over here. And then this. This is gonna be responding. Yeah, we're just gonna go for now. Where's my ampersand? I'm just gonna give you a static string. Just gonna be like done. Then you create a struct for the response. Annotation needed for router cannot satisfy underscore. Yeah, I need to make the deconstruct thing in a bit. Just want to set this up first. Type annotation. What do you need? Type must be known at this point. Oh, we're not using it yet, so it's being confused. Then for the function, use async event, full query response date code, query response date. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that. Hold on a second, because I need to set this up first. Listen globally. Just gonna copy this one. Copy. Paste. Oh, redo, because I pressed U, not I. We're gonna bind this to localhost 7.0.0.1. Save it. Now it knows the typing. That's good. Let's see. Okay, I'm just This argument tells action to parse the request body as JSON create user type. You're talking about this. Okay, let's make another struct, because we don't have enough of those. And it's definitely not confusing so far. Copy. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I'll reload my browser in a second. Code response. It's gonna be empty for now, so we can compile without errors. It's giving me a connection reset with nothing. Oh, wait, no, I should just open localhost 3000 and not do anything else. Yeah, OAuth done. Lovely. That's working indeed. Okay, yes. Yeah, thanks so much, Justus. Okay, what do we expect back? Use the authorization code to get a token. Hang on. I lost the way. Yeah, over here. Following your instructions, sample request that you'll navigate in your web browser. Yeah. That's gonna redirect to this. Oh shit, it's ad time. Exum. Query get. Query and extracts. Extract a decentralized query string into some type. Yeah. Just add code string there. Yeah, does it need to be complete? That's my question. Like I can do code string. For sure. Oh yeah, no, capital S. I'm sorry. And then over here in root, I should be saying pagination. Yeah, over here it should be, don't need to anything, can be partial. Nice. Does it grab like the most complete one or something like that in case they conflict? So you're gonna be a query. And the query is gonna be code response. And then over here we're gonna just stupidly print it out. Okay, it's compiling, that's something. Let's go back to the URL, copy this. Login over here. It's there. Damn, it is there. Honestly, not sure, might even just send an error back or just take the last one. Yeah, I mean, you probably want it to be as complete as possible if you're using this. Okay, hang on. So now we get our response. We have the token. Do we need to unwrap this or something? Oh, we can just go .code, of course. So we have the code. And then go back to the Twitch authentication. Because we get this code. Use the authorization, second step in the flow, use authorization code to get an access token and refresh token to get a power. The question is mainly, do I need to send this token the code along? Second step flow to use the, you can write fn to directly decode query code. Hold on, what? You can write fn, just copy and paste that little part to make it a bit more palatable. To directly deconstruct it in the function signal. Oh, right. So code will just be query code response is query Wait, I can go like code response and then code. And then it should automatically grab the code from code response from the query. I do need to, hold on. The query over here. Not there, replace your... Oh, in the response. Hold on. Yeah, in the... Hold on. Almost need to remove response. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. And then over here, it should just be code. Expected one of... Oh, yeah, because I have them both over there. There we go. And then, if I refresh this one, yeah, there, it does show it. Okay, now, so we do get like a code. We have a, what's the authorization code? Thanks to pins float, use the authorization code, see above, so that's the one we got. To get an access code, access token and refresh token. Okay, so after this is done. We get our response. And then we should be going. What I'm doing right now over here. This communication definitely needs to be better later on. But for now, we're just going to do it one after the other. Where's my main? I forgot where my main is. Here it is, handle client. Copy that, paste it there. We're going to go handle client. Just gonna be yoinking this. And we're gonna add code to that. Then we go... actually, these handle scope requests can just be gone. Yeah, this was the pre-action way. Then we go handle client. We got a URL. And we got the code. Oh, sorry. Where is it? You can borrow it, and it's going to be a string question mark. That's not it, right? No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh yeah, of course, that's how it works. I keep forgetting that's how the borrowing works. Like uppercase string gets converted to str. Okay, so now we have the code over here. And... where's my... Can I just... I don't want the sidebar. Where are you? Section. If we just go... Yoink? Not layout. Oh my lord, if I just clicked correctly. Alright, so left dock, right. There we go. Layout. Can I yeah, here it is. Element. Display none. Dang it. Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna look too much into that. Get chat settings. Switch API event subscribe to messages. Subscribe, yeah, okay, you need to specify. And just look at the chat and chatbots, whatever. What's a chatbot? Authentication? No, I just want your... You're interested to see why it's worked that way, because string implements borrow str. Yeah. Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna open it, but I kind of get the borrowing part of staple feature. Yeah, it borrows string. Borrows self string and gets that. Yeah. Yeah, I did learn that trying the rustings tutorials, practicing thing. That worked pretty well. I really liked rustings. Was a good way to get like the base concept of Rust to me. Chat.message. Replying, sending and receiving chat messages. No, that's IRC. I don't want IRC. Create event subscriptions. Authorization is that. Subscribing. Rustings is very universally loved. You need to convert the token to an X. Yeah, I need to call like the. I need to include it when I call the Twitch OAuth thingy, right? That's over here. With this one, it should be some of these. I think. Next step. Let's go back to the overview. Product Twitch API event did the authentication. App access tokens. Pressing the access token. Getting OAuth tokens should be somewhere in here. No, you use it once, then reuse the returned access token as an authorization for all the other. You reuse the returned. You just do it once. I do what once? The request to authenticate to with scope thing. Let's see. Over here, I'm getting the. What's it called? The. What am I programming? I'm trying to get the Twitch integration going. I'm trying to. Well, at this point, I'm just trying to read messages coming into chat. And I'm already struggling a lot with that. Okay, hang on. I'm looking at the wrong one. Here's my main. Here's the root. So over here we get. Yeah, we do get the code. That's the authorization code from this flow. If the user applies by authorize, the server sends the authorization code to your redirect here. Yeah, we got this. Use the authorization code to get a token. There we go. The second step in this flow is use the code to get access token and refresh token. To get a token, send a post request to the OAuth token. Here we go. And we need to add the code to this. That's where we are. Authenticate and then token. Yeah. I did have it right in my head. I just didn't express that very well. Let's see, where did we do it again? Because it's this one. This is the one, right? Yeah, here. OAuth token. And up here. Let's see, we're calling handle client. Handle client sets up the WebSocket connection. That we also need to. Yeah, no, we can do those apart, I think. Request success, returns an access token and yeah. You don't need a WebSocket. No, but I do need a WebSocket to get the response. And how I do it right now is I set up the WebSocket because I want to communicate over WebSockets with Twitch. I want the response from Twitch to be over my WebSocket. Because right now I set up the WebSocket. I go to Twitch like, hey, I got this. Yeah, but not for the OAuth parts. No, that's true. Like right now my flow is I set up the WebSocket and after that I authenticate, but I think that's the wrong way around. Just complete the OAuth part first and then the stuff you actually want to do. Yep. That's probably for the best. Okay, so we get the response over here. Wait, I have most of the requests set up down here. So let's go over here. This is the OAuth stuff. Where does it actually send it? Also, how are you doing, Dolphin? I'm sorry. I got my thinking cap on, so I'm not not doing stuff right now. Hold on a second. I need to see where I'm actually sending a response. Over here, over here we prepare the response, and down there we actually send it. So, I'm just gonna yoink these from, yeah. Then we go back to the root function we made. Gonna paste it down here. Gonna be commenting this one out. So then over here, we prepare to make the request to OAuth token. We add over here, let's see, we have the client ID, we have the client secret, we have the grant type. We just need to add the token, and the token is the code. It's not, no, it's code, it's not token. Code. Make sure to change the grant type to offer. Oh, thank you. Yes, I would absolutely forget that. Be really confused. Authorization code. Oh wait, I forgot a comma over here. You are understandably complaining that we don't want to do it like that. Code. Expected string, found string. Okay, so we just go. Oh, no. Incorrect. Ampersand. Where's my ampersand? There it is. You need to pass the redirect your. Oh shit, I do. Redirect URI, and that's gonna be http://local host 3k. It's gonna be complaining about this? I don't think it will. Alright, and then for now, I'm just gonna be printing the response. By the way. There's also, it stands for debug, I guess. Does that just pause the program like a normal debug flag would? I need to parse it as borrow. Makes sense. Probably easy override. Yeah, it probably is. Is it just like basically an alias, or does it like a debugger pause the program at that point and allow you to hang something to it? Okay, I'm gonna reload the request. Response is response URL with headers. Not an alias, but basically the same. Add some additional information, not a breakpoint or anything. Okay. So in JavaScript, for some reason, if you do console.debug, it counts as a breakpoint. Okay. Okay, sorry. We're doing that. The request succeeds. It returns an access token and a token refresh. We're just looking at the headers here. You got the headers, yeah. I think it's in response to .text. No, how did this work again? Unwrap text. There's a JSON option. Let's go JSON unwrap. Do we need to? Oh, JSON.await. Oh, actually not doing it. That's not how you use await. Can't satisfy. Okay, yeah, let's go to text first, because of course cert can't do anything with it. Yeah, we can just print as text first and see how it looks. Okay. It's ready. Refresh the token. 400 invalid offers. That's right, because I'm just refreshing an already requested token. Let's actually make a new one. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. It's there. I think there should be... here we go. Yeah. So we can just take those. Oh. I'm sorry, something got stuck in my throat there. We were over here. Gonna dump this over here. Don't die of choking. I'll try. I've managed so far. I'm sure I can manage again. Yeah, that's what we probably can do is just let response and then do the Twitch auth response equals resp JSON resp wait, hang on, unwrap. There we go, unwrap JSON. Can we just comment this one out? Oh, I need to unwrap it again. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. There we go. Unwrap. Oh, I did miss an await. You are absolutely right. Await. Unwrap. Use of moved value. Yeah, it's moved because I did move it over here. We can just remove this. Now over here, we can dbg response. Yeah, you're not using the access token. We'll get there. Okay. If I refresh this, it will give me an error. I think. Yeah, because I just refreshed the URL and didn't properly authenticate myself. Here we go. Look at that. We got a beautiful access token. Okay, and then theoretically, we can remove token from here. We don't need it. Hopefully I also want to save the refresh token. Yeah, I definitely want to do that at some point. For now, it's my goal is to get one message read out in terminal, because I do have to go in a little bit. But I'd be really happy if I manage to complete this. Let's see. This is all old. We just remove this. Remove these. And instead of this, we're just gonna pass the. There we go. Access underscore token. And that's gonna be string. Shit, it also wants a client ID. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Probably wanna have like some central place to store these things at some point. Yeah, we can just remove these. That's token. Then you don't have to do the browser stuff in 2 hours. Yeah, fair. Yeah, as long as the program is active. Like once I stop it, it will be needed to I will need to do it again. Okay. So once again, undo. Wait, why are you complaining that cannot find value Twitch client? I think it's literally over here, mate. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't save it, so it doesn't know. Access underscore token. Token. That will be a string. Okay. Yeah, we don't need you. Over here, you're complaining we don't have a client. Oh, that's right. Shit. Where is your client? Where is your client? Oh, it's just a new client. Okay. So we copy that. We redo all the changes. You start the access token, refresh token somewhere on disk. You don't need to redo the web browser part. Oh, seriously? Oh, nice. That's a good one to know. SQLite. Yeah, something like that. I'll have to think on how I actually want to do that, but or just a JSON. It's probably gonna be a JSON file at start. Maybe I'll make it into like a proper structure later on, but we'll start off with a JSON file. Okay, so over here, theoretically, it should be like we're making a new access token up. What did you in Twitch for it? Yeah, well, whatever. We're not gonna use you anymore, I think. Twitch message from Jason. It's gonna be printed there. Yeah, okay. So theoretically, over here, shit, I forgot what I called the function. What's the function called? Send Twitch request. So let's get that. Go back up. Paste it over here. The Twitch request. You're gonna want a session ID. Shit. What's a session ID? And the access, like, we have the access token. That's something. Now I just want to know what session ID is. Where are you being used? Session ID to own. Actually, you want to use SQLite. You should probably use SQLX. SQL uses macros to check your queries against SQLites at compile time to make sure they are correct. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, I don't know if I'll use some SQLite solutions or just a JSON file. I might want SQLite in this project if I want to keep track of like some point system for people, something stupid like that. But I think that's like half a year down the road, so we'll wait that out for a second. Oh, wait, hold on. Client secret. Do you need session ID, map transport, insert session ID? You need a session ID for this? If I make a new request, let's see, subscription to event transport tells Twitch how to use it. If you're using webhooks, we're not using webhooks. Okay. Gonna follow version condition, methods, webhook. Yeah, I believe if we're using WebSocket, it also wants a session ID for the WebSockets. If I'm not session underscore ID. If you're using WebSocket to set a session ID. Yeah, so we do already need to have a WebSocket connection set up. Otherwise we don't have the session ID. So we need to make a WebSocket and only after that can we subscribe. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do it like this. Over here we're gonna go access token. Just gonna be a string. We don't need to do anything else. No, we don't. We can just give it away. We don't need to borrow it out or anything. So we go handle client. The URL, I'll have to look that up in a second. The access token will be just straight up access token. You can be gone. We calling it. We did call it over here, I believe. Yeah, I did call it a main earlier. Don't remember what it was. What are we using it for? Let's URL. Connect async URL. Oh, it was just Twitch here. This one. We're gonna go URL. Oh yeah. Excuse me, you can have your semicolon. Alright, so passing the access token to the UR to the Twitch connection, to the WebSocket connection. I can do words. Then over here, you need your access token. Then you get your access token and your session ID. Passing the session ID already. Where is our authorization bearer access token? Alright, let's have a look at how this goes. So, could not compile? Wait, did I do an oopsie? Oh, I most certainly did do an oopsie. We're just gonna bore you out, I guess. Yeah, okay, you have a mismatch, that's fine. Over here, you're just gonna be str. Borrowed str. And then over here, doesn't seem like it's giving any troubles. Okay, let's copy this, paste it over here. So that should authorize us. We get a bearer thing. Oh wait, do we actually close the server after that? Do we make sure we can do anything else? Let me just type something in chat. No, it's not reacting to that. Okay. Okay, so we're calling handle client. You know what's fun? I mean, I do have suggestions, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Alright, we call handle client. Handle client. Do we call handle client? Hold on. It doesn't say WebSocket connection, mate. Hang on. Last messages we do is these two debugs. After that, it should go over here. Wait, your async. Oh, I need to await you. Yeah. Dot await. Once I start to programmatically parse the Twitch API docs into a machine-readable format that automatically generates integration tests and mocks for Twitch connect libraries. Oh, that sounds like a really cool project and really useful for idiots like me. I could really use something that can that not only mocks but can also parse stuff. Okay, hold on. I added the await, which I should have done. So we're gonna copy this again. Copy. And paste it over here. Boop. We're getting responses. Subscription missing for auth. That's rude. Wait, hold on. Event subscriptions 403. States headers, content type, yada yada. Yeah, that's. What scopes do I need? Yeah, that's probably just requesting the wrong scopes. Let me have a look at this again. Twitch API. Whoop. PubSub, CLI. What am I subscribing to? Chat messages read, I believe. Chat channel message. This one. Right now I'm asking bot access. Channel bot. Joins the channel's chat room as a bot user. Perform chat related actions as that user. Okay, and channel chat message, which I think I'm using, requires user read chat scope from chatting user. If app access token used, additionally requires user bot additionally. And either channel bot scope from. Yeah, I don't think I have user read chat right now. I think that's a problem. Oh wait, it's in the URL. It's over here. Because I have, let me just go over here. HTML decode. Oh, sorry. Decode, please. I want my old tool. I want the other tool. Sorry. URL encode. It's the one. I don't think I have user read. User read chat. I think I'm missing that. No, other way around. I want to decode. So I want this in the most readable format. I have user bot and user write chat, but I don't have user read chat. Requires user read chat scope. Oop. So let's add that one. Encode it. You can send messages but not read them. I have the... Oh no, I don't have channel bot. I have user bot. What does channel bot give me? Channel bot. Send chat, clear chat, message notification, updates. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's... What's user bot? Hold on. User bot. Join a specified chat channel as your user and appear as a bot and perform... Yeah, okay. Oh, channel bot. Alright, so we copy that. Going to encode it. Copy it from there. Paste it in the URL. It needs both for some reason. Typical. Let's see. Are you still listening? No, you are not. Okay, let's do you again. That's running. Paste it. That's join chat as your user. Write chat message as user. Read chat message as your user. Join channels as a bot user. Yeah. I will authorize that. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's giving an error. It's giving errors. I haven't implemented anything that actually listens to it. No message type. That's over here. It can't actually like receive the message, but it's getting updates. It is getting updates. Yeah, alright, just complain about Session Keeper Live. I haven't implemented Session Keeper Live or anything like that. But that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We got a response. Alright. Oh shit, it's already 4:30. Okay, I'm sorry. I do really need to go. I need to leave for D&D in like 45 minutes. And I do need a shower because nobody likes a stinky player on the table. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to quit it here. Justice, thanks a lot for your help. Couldn't have done it without you. I would have gone stuck like 3 steps before, so thanks a lot. To anybody else being here, thank you all for being here. Thank you for lurking, chatting, listening, whatever the heck you did. I do appreciate it. I'm gonna look for somebody to rate. Oh no! I quit. I already stopped it. No, it probably doesn't. Alright, let's see. Is there anybody to rate? You know what? East Hollow Point is they're playing something entirely different. I don't know, but they're just a really nice person, so I'm gonna rate them. I will be back again doing this on... Good chance it will, since users. Yeah, I'll be back Monday evening, doing a bit more programming, I think. So I hope to see y'all there. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend.